Hey, good morning, everyone. It's Shani, and I'm back with a Ship with Me. Today is Monday, or today is Tuesday. It is April 1st. So happy April 1st. Happy April Fool's Day. And I have 2 items going out. So you haven't seen me in a while, and it's because I have been on vacation. I think I mentioned it in one of my last videos I uploaded. I had other videos for you, but the problem is I am having issues with my editing software again. And it's really the videos that I have to insert pictures in. Otherwise, I would just strictly just upload it to YouTube every day and not have to mess with things. So I'm trying to get that worked out. But I don't know when the last time I uploaded a video was. Maybe Thursday. It seems long. It seems too long ago. No, it wouldn't have been Thursday because we actually flew out early in the morning Thursday and we flew back Sunday night. I went to New York for a few days. Last week was my birthday week, and I went, my husband and I went on a trip with my aunt, my uncle, my cousin, who's one of my very best friends, and her husband, and we went to New York City. So it was a long weekend. I took yesterday off of work, thank goodness, because for those of you that don't know, I'm a full-time hospice on-call nurse, and so I should have worked this last weekend, and I should have worked last night. It was busy. They were so busy, and so anyway, I'm glad I took last night off. That means I do work tonight. I work the next 3 nights. And yeah, I have not posted anything for sale. I have just been kind of letting myself kind of have a vacation. But today's the day I get back at it. And I have these 2 items going out. I did make sales when I was on vacation. And what I did was I put my stores on vacation, but my eBay store, I extended the shipping, and I put it in there. You can put time away, but still allow sales. And I did. I had a couple good sales while I was gone. So I think I shipped out 10 or so items yesterday, which I was pleased with. One was a $75 sale, and you don't see that. So I was really hoping I could upload a video and show you guys, but truthfully, I don't have the time to mess with that. I might just have to just clear out all my old videos and start fresh. So, but there is one thing I do want to talk about, and that is paying off my second piece of debt. You all have watched, for those of you that have watched me, you know I am kind of doing a debt snowball where I take 25% of my net profit every week and I make a payment to a piece of our debt. And the first of the year, I was able to pay off my student loans. Sorry, I have something in my eye and it just flew in there. I was able to pay off my student loans, which was an amazing feeling. That was a $156 payment. And then right after that, I started paying off a small credit card we owned, and it was only a $30 payment, but we owed right over $1,000, and I am happy to report that I paid that off this morning. So I am going to my next item, and I'll have to look at my sheet. I know it's quite a bit more. I kind of pushed the items that were quite a bit more on out, because sometimes you just need that quick, gratifying, quick payoff. And so I am happy to report I have paid off my second piece of debt, and it feels great, and I am ready for the next one. So, as my husband and I age, he's 52, I just turned 46, you have to start thinking about what you're going to do when you're older. We have to have this house paid off to be able to retire. Our debt has to be paid off. and it's something you really have to think about getting serious about. And that's what I'm doing. So, yeah. And maybe one day I can just do this full time after all of our debts paid off, and just focus on this full time and be able to, quit my job. So, okay. 2 sales yesterday on Monday, and the first one is a Posh. I can definitely tell my eBay is slowing down, because I haven't been listing anything for sale. So I was, happy to get this Posh sale, and it's going to go out in this padded flat rate envelope. I'm going to put it in my little poly. And these are Banana Republic Sloan cropped dress pants. They have the piping on the side, which I included in my listing. They're very nice. They look like they were hardly worn. And you can look at that. Isn't that cute? So I posted these. I think I had ended them and sold similar. You guys know I'm doing that on all of my old listings. I use Vendoo. Talk about, I was having problems with Vendoo last week, and I'm like, okay. I'm like, what is going on? So anyway, I have been in the process of going through, starting with my oldest inventory. I end it, I delist it from all the platforms, and then I relist it, but I either edit my title, I lower the price. I'm really just trying to move all these old items, even if it means recouping what I paid for them, and only making a little bit more. And you'll see that in this next item. But these sold for $18. And after Posh fees, I made $14.40. So I got my little thank you and my sticker. And I did not schedule a pickup today. And it's because today, in my neck of the woods in Missouri, it is 75% off day at Goodwill. And so I am going to run to my local Goodwill as soon as this video is complete and see what I can find today, because I do need to do some thrifting. Even though I already know my night is going to be busy at work, they've started me off with an admit, so that's a little bit of a bummer. But I had expectations of that, so. All right, and then the second item, you all know or for those of you that don't, every year I kind of collect plaid or flannels, and at the end of the year I do a craft fair. And I have these racks like this with flannels, and they are $5 only. And so throughout the year, if I'm like at a garage sale or a bag sale and I can get very low cost of goods, I pick up flannels and then I sell them at this sale every year. And it's something fun. It's back in my hometown in Kansas, where I'm from. And so I really do it for fun. People enjoy it. I've done it several years in a row. I think last year I sold around 30 to 40. I think it was around 30 flannels. And I thought that was pretty good. So there we go. I am just getting off all the dander and whatever fuzzies. But I left with 3 bins and I came back with 1 full bin. And so what I've been doing is I have been listing them for like a deep discount. and I have been putting them for sale for $6.50. Well, I had already put some on like Facebook for $5 each, and so this one sold. And really all it is me trying to just recoup what I spent on it. And maybe, you know, a buck or two here or there. I could have listed this for more, but I don't want to sit on these items anymore. That fur removal thing was horrid. Here's my better one. I just got these off of Amazon, and they are way better than the last ones I got. So, all right. So what these are, this is an Old Navy women's size XL plaid flannel pajama pants. And I posted them for $5 and they sold, and they are going out to be shipped. That reminds me, when I was on vacation, a fellow asked if I had any like more of a certain, I think it was like Ralph Lauren or something. Now I am picking up flannel. Something I'm doing different this year is I've already started picking up flannels, but I am gonna go ahead and start listing them for like a regular price. And then at the end of the year, I will just take down all of the flannels that haven't sold throughout the year, and those are the ones I'm gonna take. I've already decided to do that. The only thing I might do is, you know, I get quite a bit of like the Walmart brand flannels, the George, the Faded Glory, things like that. So I just decided I'm going to go ahead and maybe just set those back. I don't know. But I do know I have quite a bit listed at a deep discount on my eBay store, and I am putting them over to Facebook and Mercari. So, and I made $4.21 on these pants. So I'm glad with that. I know I definitely did not pay that. I usually pay, my cost of goods on these are usually $1 or under, or maybe just right over. So I'm okay with that. And those are the only two items I have going out. And I'm getting a phone call that I'm gonna have to take. So short video, but some good news. I paid off my second piece of debt. I'm super happy about that. So this next week, I think I know which one I'm gonna go with next, and I am going to tell you guys about it, and then I will start on that one. So you'll hear about that this next week. But hopefully I make a few more sales this week. It's right after vacation. It's a little bit slow sometimes, especially if you're just unmotivated and lazy like I have been. So I don't know. I'm going to stick with it though and see what I can find at the Goodwill today. And as you can see, my chicks they made it to their coop yesterday. So they are outside, even though it's a little cooler here in Missouri. I was worried about that, but they seem to be doing good this morning. Last night was their first night in their coop, and yeah, they are loving it. So I wish I could insert a pic, but I just know I'm struggling with, yeah, I use CapCut, and it's been a struggle bus. So it decides it wants to start working, and then all of a sudden it's like it won't upload anything. So anyway, if you use editing software, let me know which one you use and why you think it's amazing. And I'm really thinking about switching. So have a blessed day. I'll see you later. And yeah, be nice to someone.